In celebration of Metal Gear Solid Delta, I decided to platinum every single game in the series, starting with Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 2. Today we will be platinuming what is considered by many fans the best game in the entire series. Of course guys, we're talking about none other than... In order to unlock the Platinum Trophy for Metal Gear Solid 3 in a single run, you will have to beat the game on extreme difficulty, get all the collectibles, get all the missable trophies, and earn the title of Foxhound. Sounds straightforward, but don't be fooled. With over 100 collectibles scattered across the game, including uniforms, face paints, animals, and exclusive keratin frogs, missing just one means a complete restart. This is not mentioning the requirements of getting the Foxhound rank. On top of everything, we need to beat the game in under 5 hours with 0 continues, no kills, no alerts, a max of 25 saves, and no special items used.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Our mission was to save Sokolov, a nuclear scientist, and uncover what he's been working on. While parachuting, we've lost our backpack. We quickly brought it back and shot the first keratin for a trophy. Then we made it all the way to Sokolov while earning some miscellaneous trophies along the way. We reached Sokolov and began our escort mission. On our way, we've encountered the Ocelot unit and their leader, Major Ocelot. After a quick lesson in humility, we pressed on to the infamous bridge. It was here that we were unexpectedly confronted by the boss, Volgin, and the Cobra units. She had this to say.
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
What are you talking about?
With that shocking betrayal, our mission took a drastic turn. We had to retreat our steps and go all the way back to the US. Following our retreat, we now face a critical new mission. Our new mission objectives is to rescue Sokolov once more, neutralize Volgin, dismantle the Shagohod, and eliminate our former mentor, the boss. Our initial mission was to rendezvous with Adam, an agent who had successfully infiltrated Volgin's ranks and earned his trust. On our way to the meeting spot, we met the boss and got our ass kicked again. At the designed meeting spot, we were instead greeted by a woman named Ava, who explained that Adam couldn't make it and she was sent in his stead. We were skeptic at first, but then she earned Snake trusts. Exhausted from the journey, we decided to take a rest while Ava stood watch. When we woke up, we found ourselves surrounded by the Ocelot unit. We managed to take them all out and Ava took down Ocelot. Now we need to go inside the labs and search for Sokolov. On the way there, we met Ocelot again and we managed to beat him and get a trophy for it. I know, the trophy did not pop up, but I thought I couldn't beat him the first time, so I did it while not recording. But I did, and I didn't get the footage for unlocking the trophy. I know, I'm sorry, not gonna happen again. Let's continue with the video. After the fight, a swarm of hornets attacked Snake and he had to jump into the hole to escape them. After hours of navigation through the caves searching for an exit, we finally emerged, only to be greeted by another swarm of hornets. It was then we encountered the Pain. A fierce battle ensued, and after defeating him, we earned another trophy. Finally, we've killed him. This took longer than expected. Pain relief, defeat the pain. Moments later, we also earned 2 more trophies, one for collecting every type of fruit and another for collecting every type of fish. Additionally, we earned 2 more trophies for defeating the End before his intended boss fight. The early End for defeating the End before the boss fight, and another trophy, the End, for defeating the End. We finally made it all the way into the labs, gathering all the collectibles along the way. There we met Granin, a key Soviet scientist. He informed us about the philosopher's legacy, a vast sum of money amassed by the philosophers. More on that later. He also revealed that both Sokolov and the Shagohod were located in the great fortress of Groznygrad. Angry that Volgin had replaced him with Sokolov, Granin has provided us with a way to infiltrate the fortress, which is to go up the tunnel and then through the mountains. On our way to the tunnel, we encountered and defeated the Fear. We also received plenty of trophies here, one for using the fake death pill, a second one for capturing the legendary snake, and the third one for gathering every type of mushroom in the game. Eventually, we faced the most iconic boss.
I am the End.
We took a trophy for getting his camouflage. After defeating him, we ascended to the mountain's peak and reunited with Ava. She provided us with a key to unlock the tunnels. Inside the tunnels, we encountered the Fury, the final member of the boss's special Cobra unit. Of course, guys, we defeated him and got a trophy for it, and then we finally made it into the fortress of Groznygrad. In the fortress, we disguised ourselves as the head officer and navigator through the base with ease. We finally found Sokolov, but then we encountered Volgin, who saw through our disguise in a bizarre way.
What?
Despite this, we managed to take him down with ease. However, the boss intervened, overpowering both us and Volgin. We were subsequently captured and tortured by Volgin. The torture was insane that Sokolov succumbed to it, and I lost an eye and vomited in the cell. Strangely, the guard decided to open my cell door. Seizing the opportunity, I quickly knocked him out and made my escape. After our dramatic escape, we encountered the Sorrow and earned a trophy for surviving his river. We then reached Eva, who provided us with our weapons and a powerful explosive named C3, capable of destroying the entire Shagohod and its hangar. She also tried to make a move on Snake, but he wasn't feeling it. After this awkward encounter, we decided to infiltrate the fortress once more. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final act of the game. We placed all C3 charges, then confronted Volgin, Ocelot, and the boss. Volgin explained the nature of the philosopher's legacy. It is amassed wealth of the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union. This legacy was meant to be divided among these nations after the Great War. Volgin's father, one of the men in charge of managing this legacy, ensured that the Soviet Union gained total control over it. Volgin then handed the legacy to the boss and chose to fight me. It was his greatest mistake. We destroyed him and began our escape. Unfortunately, Volgin managed to get the Shagohod out of the hangar just as it was exploding. We drove frantically trying to escape until we crossed a bridge. As it turns out, Eva placed some C3 charges under the bridge and we managed to detonate them while the Shagohod was still on it. Despite our effort, it crossed the bridge, forcing us to engage and ultimately destroy it, burning Volgin in the process. After his demise, some of his troops sought revenge, but we managed to evade them and eventually confronted the boss. In the fight, we earned a trophy for collecting all keratins and another trophy for collecting every type of snake. Then we encountered one of the saddest moments in gaming history. We had to kill the boss, who was a traitor but also the closest person to Snake. Just like this, the game froze. All you have to do to finish the game is to pull the trigger. After this, Snake and Eva celebrated. Upon waking, Snake found that Eva was gone, leaving behind only a message. She revealed that she was not a KGB spy but worked for China. Her mission was to locate and steal the philosopher's legacy and the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod, which she had accomplished. Then she shared the tragic story of the boss.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
And just like this, we got the platinum in just one run. If you're excited about Metal Gear Solid Delta, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I will definitely platinum it as soon as it's out. And if you want to be with me while I am platinuming a game, you should go and follow my Twitch channel. And if you enjoyed the video, you should definitely watch this one next.